Welcome to Gibraltar and welcome to the Europa Point Stadium, Europe's most southerly rugby venue. Gibraltar will be taking on Sweden, a side ranked 34th in the world. Sweden compete in the Rugby Europe trophy and they'll be looking to start their 2026 with a bang. Despite losing to Czechia last time out, they actually put together a very strong 2025. Gibraltar will be a tough nut to crack. In Gibraltar's first game as associate members of Rugby Europe, they beat Finland 31-24 at home. Here's a little reminder of how that match played out.
Welcome to Europa Point Stadium, the home of Gib Rugby. And we're all here eagerly anticipating what's going to be a fascinating match between Gibraltar and Finland.
Great strong carry, great leg drive, and a try for Gibraltar. Absolutely fantastic try. That's a great individual try from Oscar Cruz, and he's broke over the line for Gibraltar's first try.
Absolutely magic! Magic from the Gibraltar 15. Great finish by David Vallerino at the end. But what a try for Gibraltar. Finland won't know what hit them. The momentum's all with the Gibraltar side, and all of a sudden it's looking like a different match.
Try Gibraltar. Fantastic. There we go. Exactly what we talked about. Exactly what we talked about. And that's that. That's the experienced players then stepping up there.
That's the end of the match. Gibraltar 31, Finland 24. A hearted fight back by Finland, but Gibraltar managed to get the win. You can see what that means to the Gibraltar players. You can see what it means to the crowd. Special day for Gib Rugby. Great win, and it's going to be celebrated tonight, that's for sure.
As Gibraltar look to grow into associate membership of Rugby Europe, development on and off the pitch is hugely important. We speak with national head coach Lee Forty.
Hi, Lee Forty, head coach Gibraltar Rugby. For me, I think Finland, it was good to see the boys in that environment. Obviously a little bit of pressure, obviously getting after the Rugby Europe status, but they kicked on, they got it, and it was good and pleasing from a management point of view and a coaching structure. I think personally, performance-wise, I talk about being accountable for how we do it and what we do. Also, hey, you don't want to go out there and lose a game of rugby, do you? So, if we can get a win, that is a massive, massive challenge. And I believe a step up in opposition, it is a massive challenge. I said that before, and I think the boys hopefully can recognise that, and we just have to go out there and just get our key fundamentals of our game. What we talk about, our set piece, our breakdown, all the little details, the stuff we worked on before in Finland, can we keep that and back it up with a little bit more? And I think if we can do that, we'll be in half a chance of, one, getting a performance that we can be proud of, but also getting a result that, hopefully puts a marker down even more for what Gibraltar's all about. Being from Gloucester, you anticipate playing for Gloucester. That was how you got brought up. I was in a bit of a different position, obviously being a twin, there was two of us, so it was even harder. And everyone's seen you too as the gruesome twosome. So, but it was difficult because my twin brother Chris got accepted, he got a professional contract when I first went professional. I didn't, so I got sort of like chucked to the curb, he carried on. But it was just a different route for me. I just went the long way, he went the short way sort of thing. And I think you just have to just persevere, back yourself, keep going. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think being positive in anything you do, you have to stay positive to get that outcome. I stayed positive. I worked hard. I trained hard. I probably put a bit more in what he did at the time because I'd seen what he was doing, and I wanted to be a professional rugby player. On the flip side, I managed to do it. Loved it. Made a load of mates from it. Didn't make a lot of money, I'll be honest, but you know, you live a nice lifestyle. And some of my best mates now are through rugby, you know, and then on the flip side of that, you know, you get involved in junior rugby, community rugby, which I'm all about. And to this day now, I'm still coaching under 11s at my junior club and coaching under 17s, 18s. I work at schools, I do reception. So I think it's just a different way of coaching, a different way of doing things, and just recognising what you can do as an individual and what your achievements from the players as well. You know, and that's what I'll say tomorrow to the boys. Just go out and give it your best. Whatever you do, try your best. If you can do that, you might get the rewards, you might not, but just persevere. And I did it. And even now in coaching, you know, I got into coaching quite early because I wanted to give something back to my junior club. And it's just like a stepping stone, isn't it? One thing can lead to another. And I think if you're honest, positive, and you can be relatable, you'll go a long way.
Funny you talking about Warriors. Was it Warriors you played for, Worcester?
Yeah, ended up at Worcester, yeah.
And your brother played as well.
He came and joined me, yeah.
I found something on the internet that I thought you might enjoy. If you have a little look on the back of that.
Yeah, I was on the bench of that. There's a story to this game as well. Jeez, that is good, isn't it? Some stars there, some boys on there. It was funny because like John Brain at the time, it was always like you had a link in the camp because his brother was playing at Gloucester and I was at Worcester, and then like you have a pre-match meeting. It was all about the opposition. Oh, what's the chat then for? What's the chat? What are they saying? Who's playing? I said, oh man, I don't know. Don't speak to my brother. What, you're twins? Of course you do. And it was every time we played Gloucester, and it was like, oh, what do you know? What do you know? Who's the starting team? But mate, yeah, bloody hell. It cost me a lot of money that game. Playing Gloucester, hometown club, wow. And it was like, whew. And obviously Chris and myself were on the bench against each other. And I come on in about 60 minutes, and we were in the game actually. Anyway, there was a local lad called Marcel Garvey, a real good winger, like electric feet. Oh, I got on the pitch and it was, I just seen red, you know, a rut come in, he come running in, I just hit him, got yellow carded, potentially reverse a penalty at the same time.
Welcome to Gibraltar.
Okay, everybody, referee's just about ready to keep this game off. Big cheer for those things, please.
Penalty given by the referee in that defensive set. And he's given a nose quick tap by number 9. They're going quickly, the Swedes. Gibraltar don't know if they retreated. Good defence in the middle, now knock on. And the referee has said it's a knock on by Sweden. Good defensive set by Gibraltar, but someone's down. I think it's Tommy. Tommy Grimes doesn't look well. The prop forward. That's not good news for Gibraltar. He's moving well now. And it'll be a scrum for Gibraltar. Well, welcome again to Europe.
Knock on there by Sweden in an interesting position, but let's see how the scrum goes.
Special day of rugby again here at Europa. Gibraltar playing against Sweden, who are 33rd in the world rankings, so it's a big test today. To remind ourselves, about 2 months ago we played against Finland, winning 31-24, but Finland was 75th in the world. So it's a bit of a jump.
I know.
Both teams
It's insane.
in the warm-up. They're looking quite equal, to be fair. It's just depending on their fitness levels and see how we go with the game. But I think Gibraltar will want to get some form of a foothold. It's not easy out there. It's quite breezy. The Levante coming in strong the last couple of days, and easy for the kickers, especially into that wind, into the far side as we look at it. It'll be interesting to see who we fare in this first scrum. Front rows, Tommy Grimes, Luke Pius and Chris Timmins. 3 good scrummages, but going to be under pressure here by Sweden. Put a bit of a nudge on the net. Gibraltar doing well. Didn't get clear the lines, and the ball's gone right out. It's a good start. Joined here today by the man of the moment, the winner of the unsung hero of the GBC, Mr. Tom Tunbridge. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, nice to be here with you. My first time ever commentating. Big scrum there for Gib. They held it, they were pushed back when they won the ball. That's all that matters, and cleared their lines.
Absolutely a good start for Gibraltar. It's a line out from Sweden. Here next to where we're watching. Good line out. Next to big pressure by Ken. See what that does to the attack for the Sweden. Good pop up. They've got men out here, they want to use them. Pick number 5 on the rampage. Well met by the Gibraltar defence. But
Very unlucky there for Mr. Timmins. Nearly had his hands on that ball where it's
Spence.
They just got out of it.
It's on.
Sweden, you can see they're looking to pass the ball wide in every attack. Referee's giving a penalty offside by Gibraltar to 10 Ben Morris. Again, you can see the Swedes, you can see what they're trying to do, their pattern of play. It's quite obvious what they're doing at the moment is they're putting the ball out into one of their big locks and trying to make some impact on the Gibraltar defence.
I think size is going to matter today. Sweden a big bunch of lads. Gibraltar not quite as big. We do have skillful players, but size is going to matter. But even so, they're trying to get that ball wide, and we're going to have to match them.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen Tom, but have you seen the size of our bench?
Mr. Beasley and Mr. Tilbury are on that bench. We have some serious kilos to bring on in the second half.
I think together they weigh what, a couple of metric tons at least.
I think the buses over there doesn't weigh quite as much.
And apart from their size, they're wonderful rugby players too. Was Stefan with you when you were coaching the young ones as well?
Yeah, I've been coaching Stefan since he must have been about 10 years old. He's come all the way through now to the national team. Doing great. He needs to keep working on some parts of his game, but he's here, he's a young guy, and he's going to be here for a lot of years still to come.
It's definitely proud moments by a proud coach. Mr. Tom Tunbridge, who's been coaching, well, you've been involved with Jib Rugby, what, 40 years now? At least?
40 years, how old do you think I am? Well, I've been involved with Jib Rugby since I was 14, and now 52, so I'm not doing the math. You do.
Four decades then.
You do the math.
Well into the 4th decade then.
Pretty much, so, and still hanging around, I must be nuts.
Good play by Sweden though. They're looking to move the ball out wide. Very different to what Finland were like. Finland were very, very in the right way. Oscar Cruz, but not quite. And Sweden still keep the ball. Pressure on the back. And Jim can play if they want to. It's a free play. on those runs. You can see the Swedes coming in hard. Over to Charlie Hill. Good pressure by the Swedes. They're very organised in defence.
A bit isolated on that. Our pod wasn't quite where it should be. Lovely kick in there. Great chase, he's going to take it. Oh, unlucky Ewan.
Unlucky there. The half-backs playing well together. And Sweden now with the ball, and again they're looking to go out wide. And this is a big test for Tim's defence. Simon Adamson scragging his man, doing well. He needs to roll away. Now the big lock again, running in straight and hard. Carl Falconer unlucky. Caleb Falconer being unlucky. Goal! Interception by Luke Pius. Another space on the left, and that's the way they're going. There was space on the right too. Corn perhaps didn't come. Now Ewan Kent looking for his teammate. Pass over the top and a run now for the winger. Pablo beats two guys, gets tackled. Good defence by the Swedes. Ewan needs to react quickly, but they don't.
Not doing the tackle, surely.
And that was a good facet play by Gibraltar, keeping the ball a little bit.
Yeah, they see the spaces. Ben there pulling strings. Right. Pablo with a brave run there, taking on a couple of players. Big scrum now though. We won the last one though we were being pushed back. This is again in a different part of the field. We need to keep this possession as best we can because we've got a lot of space to run in. Let's see if we can really test and sweep this back line.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a big scrum. Last scrums. The Swedes putting a lot of pressure. It is Gibraltar ball. So the hooker number 2, Stephen Pius. Luke Pius, sorry, Stephen's son, the president of Gym Rugby.
Yeah, good.
By the Swedes and under Gym Rugby, we're going to go. And they do. Oscar with a pass to Simon Adamson, who straightens up and hit well by the Swedish defence, but does well to recycle. Ball goes out to Luke Pius, hands are with a great line. Good defence by Sweden again. Space out wide. Kent decides to go straight through the middle into the big lads, doing well to keep possession. Into the knockout Marshall Cruz, so difficult to beat now. Such a ball carrier. And now Kent pass it out to Tommy Grimes, who puts his head down and runs straight. Number 6 has on the ball. Yeah, he's off.
Yeah, go.
First. Now it's a free shot and Ben Morris with a kick off the top. Then comes the Pablo, get onto that. He doesn't. And there'll be a penalty for Gibraltar. And that's good rugby by them.
Great rugby, but what would you do now? Would you take the 3, hit it for the corner, early days? We haven't really had a line out for us yet. Do we test that? Or do you just go for the 3 points?
I think because of the conditions, and I think we've got the ball well, and I feel the big guys are blowing a little bit. I would go for the 3 like this. I think you need to build a score. With a team like Sweden, ranked 33 in the world, you need to keep that distance on the scoreboard, and I think that's what they're going for.
Definitely, just the second row with me years ago, thinking I could win all the line-outs, thinking let's go for it, let's stick it in the corner, let's be great. But no, agree with you completely. Taking the 3 points is the right option. We've been there.
Yeah, I think we've seen with the matches in the Six Nations, it's really unpredictable what the captains are deciding, what the fans are going to do. Sometimes they'll go for the risk. They've gone for the 3 points, and that wind has taken it right. Has it been given? No, it'll be a 22. Unlucky. Well, I don't know if you guys at home have noticed, but there's no rugby lines, I'm afraid, today. We've had a bit of an issue with the lines, and the union has been fighting hard with the powers that be to try and get those lines on, and they've been taken away. They were taken away on Thursday, but the Gibraltar Rugby Union spoke to the Swedish Rugby Union about it, and in true rugby fashion the Swedes said it doesn't matter, let's just get on with it, and so we do. And now Ben Morris with a big up and under, and he cuts as he can mark it, he does, but he plays on. Good kick, and a great defensive set again, and chances of holding on, but the ball comes out for Sweden, and a big prop on the side there with the pass. Now balls into the tackle. Number 2, elusive, powerful runner. Now again the Swedes setting up in the middle. Gibraltar's defence holding. Swedes It's past the one, and it goes out to their fullback who does well to collect it. Someone needs to make the tackle. Oscar Cruz manages to get the ball and intercept, and Gibraltar have a chance to strike. The Swedes already getting themselves back in position in defence of Morris. Brings it out wide to Charlie Hill. I have to look for a kick or something. Isolated. I think that was close, but Jim doing well to keep the ball. Kent out to the right and takes it in. Another player, it's a great one and difficult to put down. He's lost it in the contact. I think he's hurt himself as well. It looks like he's done his knee or something. It's not looking well. The referee needs to have a look at it. Jim, the man down, kicked through by the Swedish player. Chris Morrell doing well by now with the ball. He's got a chance now to get after this. Big pressure, bit of obstruction. Looks like obstruction by the Swedes. Played on and they fling it out wide again. That's their motto. That's what they're trying to do. And number 15, he's had a couple of good carries already. That 15 is dangerous.
Yeah, I think even though they're big boys, when the game breaks up, they're going to be quick and athletic. So a lot of people might think we want to keep the game flowing and wide and play, but I think we actually need to keep it more structured.
Yeah, I think Chip will be.
Don't worry, he'll get his warrant card out. And
Chris is not a man I want to fight.
Big number 5 was Tristan in the eyes and said, I don't want any of this, and he walked away. He's on the ground, he doesn't look good, he's coming off his something, that's unlucky, he's a good player
That's Tommy Grimes coming up injured, unlucky Tommy. We'll keep going, Jim. Let's have a big round of applause for Jim. Let's keep up the... Let's get behind our team! The more you scream, the more they'll play.
Referee waves play on, the ball came out, so play on. Swedes setting up in the middle, you can see the big number 5, number 8 with the ball, met hard by Luke Bias. Plenty of players out here for the Swedes with some good defense. Number 15, with plenty of space, number 2 running again. He's a good carrier, well defended, and he's out, and he'll be line out for Gibraltar, well defended, good defensive settlement.
Great scramble defence there. Not much they could do out in the open field. They had extra men, but we managed to get back. It just shows the determination that Giv players have. Even though we're an amateur bunch of guys, we try and play as professional as we can, and that shows the grit and determination that every single one of those boys has when they put that Giv shirt on. They want it. They want to show Rugby Europe what we can actually do, and we're not just here to make the numbers up. We're here to actually compete. We've got to remember this team is 33 in the world. We've got to compete against this level. There's a great win of the... Oh, great. Jib have now got the scrum for the knock-on, so hopefully we can clear our lines and get back in the better field position.
Just going up, but one. They're just going up.
You can see the step up in the Swedish team there. Like I said, 33rd in the world. Last time these two teams met, it was back in 2019 in Portugal. Yeah, Gibraltar managed to win 31-26 that day.
Yeah.
Those truly was playing. There you go. It was, but you know what it was? I think it was one of those days where everything clicks. And we knew we were up against it because the Swedes were very, very good, as you can see today. And everybody played a 10 out of 10. And that's the key, and I think that's what we need from the Jib boys today.
Yeah, being the kind of nation we are, we need all 23 players. It's not the best 15 or anything like that. We need 23 players who all can come on off the bench and compete at this level. Great drive there by Simon, great drive by the forwards. Let's see if we can clear this ball now.
To play too deep in their half, it's a good kick. 5, Ben Morris, hits the roof, and he's made some good ground from deep within their half. And this is more or less what Jim meant to be. The Swedes want to strike from here, I'm sure they do. We're 15 minutes in at least now. And it's Gibraltar 0, Sweden 0. Shouting out the number 2 to take it. He's not. He's going to think about whether he's going to give it an arm. It's a move for the Swedes. He's set up well. He's got some strength when he's getting ready. You can see inside the number 10 he might have a run. And he doesn't. Number 10 keeps it. That's good net well by Oscar Cruz and Ian Kent. Attack. Clean hit by Oscar. Well back. And the number 5. Step to it. Now another big run with 8 back. Jim defence perhaps needs to try and press a bit harder. Try and stop them getting any momentum.
Yeah, these guys are big, and these tackles.
All the way down the pitch, just give one around the corner, it's
That's exactly what the doctor
we cannot go for these boys.
The Swedes were setting up our line, and Ben Morris just intercepted that and had the legs to make it. Gibraltar 5, Sweden 0. Now Ben.
Let's stay behind our boys now. Big cheer takers, can we get this conversion, take a 7-0 lead.
Easy against the wind, but let's see how it goes. Brilliant by Gibraltar Rugby, brilliant defence, and Gib Rugby guys are in the huddle here halfway in. Phil Nilsson, who was commentating with me in the last Finland match, giving some wise words out there. You can see what he's talking is that defensive line needs to push hard like it's been doing and keep up the work rate, and if we have more energy than they do, then we'll get ourselves in good position to score tries that we just did. Fantastic. All that was that pressure by the defence, making the Swedes pass to maybe perhaps a pass they didn't want to make.
And he's got another one and two extra points. They're on the out for Gibraltar. 7-0,
Wonderful start for Gibraltar. They were under the cost, there's no doubt. That's what happens. That's what happens when the defence is strong. That's what happens when there's pressure. Sweden will definitely come back after this, I'm sure. Again, ranked 33 in the world and good team. They'll come hard over Gibraltar. They'll want to get a good restart here, make sure they keep the ball. Good pressure by the Swede. Look like they're confident. Play on. High tackle. See what the ref is going to give. There's a knock on the high tackle. A few things going on there, Tom.
Yeah, just hope the referee sees him. Anyone watching online this streaming, apologise if I got a little bit carried away there. Great knockdown by Sweden there, but hopefully we get the advantage play from before the knock-on. Yeah, the ref was still playing advantage there for us for the knock-on, so hopefully it's scrum down to Gibraltar.
Yeah, I think it could be scrum. Is it going to be a line-out? Let's see what he's given. No, scrum for Jim.
What? Charge down?
Yeah. High tackle.
Did he say advantage over?
That's very true. Really should have discontinued.
Oh, I thought he stuck his arm out.
The advantage for the knock-on.
But it's definitely a charge now.
The high tackle, and that would have stuck his back to another attacking position.
Yeah, but he would have been back there then.
Yeah, I agree with that. We've got a scrum. Let's see if Beasley and Timmins can be as disruptive as they were in the last scrum. Let's see how we do.
Get it out, get it out, get it out.
Good pressure by Beasley there. And now Anderson will have it on by Morris. Looking for his winger, his right winger. Goes down, gives it out to him. Who hasn't had a run today, just yet. He's a very
forwards!
If he finds a bit of space, he'll have a go. And Simon, super powerful. If they go high on him, they're not going to stop him. Good man. Charlie with another good carry. The 7th for the Swedes. Doing well. Should be a penalty. Yeah, slightly isolated Charlie by Gibraltar. We've gone from just about our 10 to well into their half, so not bad, but just slightly isolated. And their 7, we can see already he's a good jackal of the ball.
That would have been easier commentary if we'd actually had some lines here. But hey, that's a whole nother political conversation we'll be having. Let's see if this makes touch. Yeah, man, unfortunately makes touch, so that'll be a Sweden line out. But yeah, look, once the ball gets into open play, that was great play by Gibraltar off a solid scrum. Looking at the players before the game, I would have thought that the Sweden scrum was going to be a lot stronger than ours. But the introduction of Beasley there, the scrum seems to have really solidified.
This is a big line. They need to get some possession, they need to get some strong running. Putting pressure, that's good. Good off the top. And one of their big runners with loads of space having a go. Oscar with the pressure, and again, we need to make those tackles. The number 11's running through, and he'll score. Wonderful play. Really worked hard by Sweden. Dead Rodman slightly caught off guard here. The back of the line out. Needs a bit more savvy than that. We know that, the boys will talk about it now in the huddle. But it was coming, Swedes. They're good at that.
And that's a try for Sweden, so 7-5, 7-5.
So Sweden with the great finish from the line out. A great ball off the top, but number 10 to the big number 8 on the run. Gibraltar will learn from that. The guys at the back of that line out, the Gibraltar line will learn that they want to strike it in that gap, and it won't happen again, I promise. I'm sure we'll be talking about it underneath the post there. So it's Gibraltar 7, Sweden 7.
And Sweden make the conversion, so 7-7. 7-7 at the moment. Let's keep this going, let's back our points, let's get them back on track, let's back them out. Big round of applause, please.
Defence has been strong so far this match. 20 minutes into the game, just a couple of missed tackles. That's what happened.
I think that was more a situation whereby they came back on the inside off the line out, back of the line out, off the 10, back inside, and we were short of defenders in that area.
Sweden's doing well to flood those gaps as well as they broke through.
The wind just took that.
Offloads by the big man, number 8. I think one of their props as well was there to pass. So it'll be a scrum now for Sweden in the centre of the pitch.
Big mistake there off the kick-off, ball going dead at the out touching the dead ball line. Really, mistakes like that can really hurt us in Sweden. We've got all this open space now to play from the middle. We know they're going to be seriously dangerous in this kind of situation.
It's not easy out there. It's difficult conditions. The ball is wet. It's drizzling. It is windy. So when especially from on the pitch, if you kick it towards the stands, the wind will take it. And I think that's what happened there. Now Sweden with the scrum. They're going right off that scrum. Loads of space. 13 for Jim doing well, doing really well to make a tackle there. Johnny Barker, sorry. Jim's defence needs to stay strong here. They don't want them to get any momentum on this, but they're doing a good job. Number 3 with a run. Beasley meets him with Timmins. They're giving a bit too much time pass. Ben Morris doing really well just to hold on to his man. And again, in front of number 1, matched by Tristan Larkin. He's stolen it. Oh, like a thief in the hole. But the ball pops back for Sweden. Oh, a knock on by Tristan and out. Number 2 by Pablo Kuzna. Again, but it looks like a knock on, but it's 2 scrum for Sweden.
But once again, I think that was good defensive play by Jib. They stuck to their guns. Sweden keep popping into the big guys to make holes in the middle, and our boys keep standing up. Pointed out a big collision there with Beasley. He stood his ground. Okay, the tackle wasn't fully complete with the arm, but he stood his ground and stopped it. And then Tris did the same thing and almost stole the ball and just gave a small knock on for the scrum. But the fact that the boys are still there after 25-30 minutes, I think it's a great performance so far.
Spence. Check your phone.
Swedes go again, the big number 6 running into Tress line. The second bite. Cherry makes the tackle. Again, the Swedes are set up well in the midfield there. And number 10, big number 10, put the ball in a good pop. And number 3, he's a good runner. He's taking a couple of guys to bring down. Sweden with a chance to strike here on the left. They can use their hands. They're doing well. Oh, good try for Sweden. Lovely. Great hands here on the short side. And a try for Sweden. All of a sudden, Sweden are in the lead, 12-7.
A try for Sweden, so that's 12-7 now. 12-7 Sweden with a conversion to come.
Okay, so try for Sweden. Gibraltar 7, Sweden 12. 25 minutes gone and now a chance for a conversion for the Swedish number 15. So an attempt for the conversion, but he doesn't quite connect with it like he wanted to. I think he's overcompensating because of the width. 12-7.
We're going to stay behind our boys, are we? Are we going to stay behind our boys, yes or no? Let's stay behind our boys, yes or no? Let's go, let's keep on!
So Gibraltar 7, Sweden 12. 25 minutes gone in the match. It's been an intriguing game, eh? Really good rugby by both sides, and the Swedes again with a chance to have a go. There's a ruck here on the short side, and so Rugby will know what's coming because they always set up a pod right in the middle. Met hard again by Beasley. Good work by Falcon as well, going low, Beasley going high, and another great run in the middle. Jib Rugby need to be careful with that. Loads of space out wide for number 6 if he wants to go. He's a good runner. Now the big block as well, passing too. Doing well. The players need to keep on working. Held so he can have a go, and Tristan not looking good in backfield. Now the Swedes going, number 15 on the run, and they're really getting their heads up now. And what a lovely try, a well-weight try, and we're just losing the contact a little bit. We're just losing that physicality in the centre.
It's tough, absorbing tackle after tackle after tackle against these really big guys is not easy. They're putting their bodies on the line, they're trying the best that they've got. I think they're still putting in a good performance, a couple of quick tries now, but we can't be tough on these lads. They're doing a pretty good job if you ask me. We just need a bit more possession.
Yeah, a bit more possession. Deep in the Swedish half is what we need just to keep hold of this match. And I think especially like when we played against Finland, you could see we don't mind other teams having the ball. We pride ourselves in defence. This Swedish team is very elusive, they're very powerful, and they've got amazing hands, and we can't let them have the ball so much. I think we probably need to look at try to keep the ball and play a bit of rugby ourselves and then strike from there. But it shouldn't be too disheartened. It happens in matches, you have a lull in the play, and Sweden have taken their opportunities here, and it's Gibraltar 7, Sweden 17, so we're still in the fight, we're still in there. So Phil Nilsson has come on, and he's coming on for Luke Bias. Must be because of an injury. Oh, maybe It's for Tristan's come off. I think he was holding his shoulder there. He wasn't happy after that tackle, and Phil Nielsen comes in. It's a good substitution. Phil's a very, very strong player too. Played a lot of rugby at Leeds and Coventry. Top class individual. Gibraltar needs to put a bit of pressure here on the Swedes, deep in their half now. Remember, without those 22 line, we're deep with 10 meters off their line. But again, the number 3 given too much time to run. We need to get our big guys meeting those big boys. Doing well to change the point of attack every time they get the ball. They move it. It's hard out there, but the boys are fighting hard. Good tackle by Caleb.
There's the difference where we met them a bit higher up, getting a bit of forward momentum, and we were able to stop him in his tracks. It's exactly what you were saying before. We've got to get up a bit quicker in our defensive line.
Phil trying to get his mitts on the ball, unable to. Well, cleared out by the Swedes, and they're using the physicality there, but met hard by Oli Peral, met hard by Oscar Cruz. They're putting their body on the lines for Gibraltar here. Timmins as well with a hit, and they give a penalty away, and that's a good defense. And this is where someone needs to take a knee now, take a breath. Yeah, you see Timmins. That's.
Yeah, I think Timmins took a quite big hit there in the middle of the park. He's been a bit slow after that hit. We're going to get to the point of this race where we start running our front row players, but we've still got a few on the bench, so we're good there. I think now it's about trying to get this ball a bit of field position and get the ball off the pitch, get a nice line out, and attack from there.
Yeah, Ben Morris using the conditions well. Kicked it with the wind into the Swedish 22. I mean,
well spotted on the 22.
Yeah, well, yeah. Lucky there's.
Don't have any lines. It was well spotted that you said it was a 22, because without lines, if somebody came along and painted them, they wouldn't last till Thursday.
Timmins doing well to recover from that impact, and now he's got a bit of work to do now on that line out. Tough individual, Timmins. Played with him, played against him many years, and a great rugby player, a great guy too. Line out for Luke Bias into the wind. Caleb climbing, but the Swedes putting 2 pads up, putting 2 of the big lads up there, making it so difficult. But well met there by Oli Boral, who's worked his heart out today, making countless amounts of tackles, like a good second row should be doing. So let's see what the Swedes will want to do. They want to keep in hand now. They go for a box kick, and this is not going to be easy. It bounces left. Yeah, not bad. Pablo Kuzna letting it bounce, but it goes out. Jim Bull still on the halfway line.
I think at the end of the day, if he had taken that ball, it'd have been wiped out, and they'd have pushed him off the pitch, and it'd have been their line out. So the risk was there. If it had bounced the wrong direction, it'd have looked a bit silly, but it went for him, and line out now. But I think from the last line out, we need to be they're really tall. We need to be a bit quicker and a bit trickier in what we're trying to do, trying to make different plays, which is what we've done really good, throwing it to back, but the ball not straight, unfortunately, but it was the right line out. We made the right space. Now great break now by the Swedish hooker, but a great stop as well.
Yeah, Sweden again finding the holes, and great defense by Phil Nielsen, but I think he was offside, and there'll be a penalty for Sweden, and they go quickly. 12 with the run, met by Luke Bias and Hill. Good defense in the middle, and we need a turnover here. Swedes on the run, and Phil Nielsen with a big hit in midfield. That's what we need to see. And then one of the Swedish players looked like he'd gone on the side. Referee says play on. Good defensive work again by Jib there. You see the pride they play with. Now the Swedes out wide. Good defense by Winrow on the 15. He's a sprightly young man. He keeps working. Is that a maul, ref? Let's see what he gives. Yep, scrum for Jim. Good work in defence.
I think that was great play there, identifying that the maul had been created. Players came in from all angles as soon as that maul was made, and stopped the ball getting pushed out the back, and then as soon as it went down, dived over it, killed it, and we've got the scrum. So good rugby knowledge there from the boys.
Literally, they're not going. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, totally right.
No, I zoomed in, it's fine.
That's exactly what we need. A bit of heart, like they've showed. A bit of nous as well. You can see Phil Nielsen's experience there. He knew what was coming. We've seen how the Swedish have been playing the whole game. We've been playing now for 35 minutes. He's probably seen what they've been doing from the bench. He's come on and made an impact, and that's created that scrum there.
That's part of it. That's all part of his professional knowledge that he brings to this team, and that extra little bit of aggression and that shoulder position in the hip. Like now playing the ball out from the back of the scrum. Chris Winrow with good effort there. Great rucking speed to get the Swedes off the ball. If we can recycle it now and get this ball out, then we can get some proper field position.
Yeah, Jib keeping the ball a bit here, trying to set themselves up for a good clear out. They're still well in the 22, so Ben Morris will look for some distance. Number 15. When you don't want to give him too much time, but yes! Powell's got the ball now! Finding some space, hit hard by number 11, but he's still going. Strong work, and now this is where Jim needs to strike. You need to come quick. Penalty for Jim, and it has to be at least a talk to. Cynical. He's going, Oscar. Ref will call them back. That's much better. Clever rugby by Gibraltar, keeping the ball in the 22, couple of phases, then the kick, putting pressure on the Swedish 15, who's had a great game today. And then Pablo Kuzna with the run.
But it just goes to show what will happen if you put pressure. It was a good kick, it was the right kick to do at the right time. We were stuck in our own half. Get the field position, don't play near your own line, and if you put pressure on anybody in the world, people make mistakes, so just try it, just make the effort, take that sprint into somebody's face, and they'll make mistakes, and it's happened, and now we've got a penalty and we're going for the 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points now. Well, we're trying to go for the 3 points now. It's not easy, like I said. The wind is blowing here at Europa Point Stadium from east to west. Ben Morris is a accomplished striker of the ball, so it's a difficult kick from 40 yards out. He has a go, and it looks good, and it is! Gibraltar 10, Sweden 17. Gibraltar well and truly still in the match. Now 4 minutes left, more or less, for that first half. Jib will want to get a couple more points on the board before the half-time whistle. It's kick-off for Sweden. And again, Jib will want to... Oh, it falls to the Swede, and that's not what we wanted. They'll play... Oh, knock on. Knock on by the Swede. I don't think it was. Tom, you don't think it was?
I don't think it was. I think we hit it back.
Well, who cares? Who cares, eh? Who cares? Scrum.
Let's do that biased local commentary thing. No, it was definitely a Sweden knock-on. Ref's got it completely right. Good decision, sir.
I like this ref. He's a good ref. Now, jokes aside, the scrum is important for Gibraltar. We need a steady platform.
But we have had the steady platform since Beasley's come on. Whether we actually drive them off is one thing, but the steady platform is what's essential. We just need to give you and Kent that ability to pick that ball up at the back of the scrum and get a good pass to Ben, and then things happen.
Again, good scrum by Jib. And Ben Morris finds the gap and has a go. Yeah, that all comes from a good scrumming. Ball for Jib. Caleb Vakana taking it in. Well met by the Swedish defence. It's not easy out there against that wind. Now Jib outside in the middle, I think. Ref, he turned his head and didn't see them all encroaching into the offside. But the touch judge might have seen it. Oh, Ben Morris, a bit of a skew, but it still could work. But it does for the Swede, and number 11 makes the run, and he's found a lot of space, but slides and falls over. And now the referee's given a penalty for a high hit. I mean, he was 2 centimetres off the ground.
Technically, we've had head-to-head collision there, but The guy has slipped, he's falling down. I think our player Ben has been trying to go down to make the tackle. He's got his body into the right tackle position. That's one of those rugby situations. I'm sorry, there's no yellow card there. It's a rugby situation, slipped on the AstroTurf, and this is a simple penalty because there is head-to-head contact, and we get on with the game.
The referee, I think, is agreeing with you, and he's given a penalty for Sweden. In a good position for them just before half-time, and they'll go for the corner. It's unlucky that defensive set by Jib. They had it under control, and Sweden kick it out, and now it's Swedish line out about 10 yards off the Gibraltar try line, and Jib will want to keep Sweden out here. There's not much long left for half time, and they'll want to go into the sheds as they are. The shout from the dugout here, the Jib rugby team was Beasley hit that ball, and he did. Good pressure, but the Swedes doing really well to carry, to take. They're doing well there, and they're going to score number 6. Well worked try by Sweden. Really well worked from that line out, and Sweden extend their lead. Sweden 22, Gibraltar 10.
22-10 now, Sweden conversion time.
So Sweden 22, Gibraltar 10. Conversion coming up by the Swedish 15. Having a go, but that wind will take it, and it goes wide. And that's half time. Half time here at Europa Point Stadium. Sweden 22, Gibraltar 10. All to play for in this second half. See you in 10 minutes.
Let's go, boys.
This is all, you need something that's aspirational, and the men's and women's national team are at the top of that pyramid, and everybody now through all our pathways are going to be geared towards trying to put on that red and white and represent Gibraltar. So I think one thing is certainly going to help with our participation. I think we'll see an uptick in people wanting to play the game and be involved with it. And I think it's going to massively help with our performance, because we'll now have structured international competition within the European calendar that we can now gear towards, and we can actually create now proper 3-year, 5-year plans to build towards, to work towards, to ensure that our players have the ability to represent. So yeah, it's massive for us, absolutely huge, and I just want to say I'm absolutely delighted with all the other members in Rugby Europe that have, they have been open, they've been supportive, and I think it's quite exciting that they've now got another country to play against. So yeah, let's see how it goes on the field. So having dedicated fixtures each season in Gibraltar is massive for us. It's massive for our players. It's massive for the whole community as well. Gibraltar's, they're passionate sports people, and whatever sport it is, they get behind their home team. We have very good crowd attendance, and we just love and thrive being in the rugby environment. And now we have the opportunity to show it. I think for us the challenge is it's still an unknown, and whilst we have a very good sort of national structure, and we've got a dedicated squad, we have the coaching staff in place, and we feel we're ready. Until we actually get on that field for that first time in official Rugby Europe competition, that's when we'll find out whether we are ready or not. We have 4 clubs in Gibraltar that are made up of the members, and they play a variety of formats from 15s, 10s, 7s to touch and tag. So we are pretty rugby mad there. And I think really what this really allows is for our men and women and girls and boys to really aspire, and you know, it's tremendous for them to be able to put on that red and white hoop, represent their country, and compete officially on the international stage.
Chad had a dream, and the dream that Chad has was that Gibraltar could play international rugby. And this journey started 13 years ago. And that dream has carried on growing. We've been halfway across the world in both directions, but each match is a separate dream. Each match is a different challenge. Each match is an opportunity for you to go out on the field, express yourself with honor, humility, pride and passion, and to give it all for Gib Rugby.
I've been around the team since my debut against Israel. It's the best feeling, putting the shirt on when you're at home, especially in front of your fans. It's the best thing I've ever experienced in rugby, and pretty much top in life as well. It represents who I am. You know, I'm from Gibraltar. I play rugby. Gibraltar Rugby is the perfect combination of both. It's just really exciting. We're in this situation. I've been here with the team since 2013, in and around the ups and downs of trying to get into Rugby Europe, and be able to get in, hopefully it's amazing. There's a burgeoning rugby community in Gibraltar, and I think just having that official recognition the same way we've had it for football, for basketball, for other sports, it'd be amazing. It'd be a game changer. It'd get that support and backing behind it that I think it deserves, and it could grow the sport immensely if we had that official recognition. So it's just so exciting to have it nearly there. Everyone we played, all the countries we played, they've been amazing people, amazing presidents, players. Everyone we spoke to sympathises, and we just want to be in the rugby community, the international rugby community. I'm Joey Galloway, and I play for Gibraltar.
It means everything. It's very special. I'm playing with my friends, I'm playing for my family, everyone based in Gibraltar, and I love it. I think it's a great community, and to play international rugby is just very exciting. First time was actually 4 years ago, playing against Jamaica under 23s. It was special. I was playing alongside my brother, and I had family in the crowd. From then on, I haven't looked back since, and I get excited about putting on the jersey every single time. I know that Gibraltar Rugby, everyone behind the scenes, the committee, have been pushing for this for a long, long time, years, decades, to get into Rugby Europe, just to be noticed. Hopefully when that does happen, that will be something that we can all celebrate as a team, as a country. I'm Ben Morris, and I play for Gibraltar.
I started playing when I was about 15, and since then we've been trying to grow the game along with all the other guys. It's incredible to see these facilities that we've got available to us. Most Saturdays we've got over 100 kids down here playing. So to see 100 kids plus then another 150 players, sort of senior players, it's amazing to see. And to get into Rugby Europe, to give those kids that are playing rugby tots and all the year groups a chance to look at getting to play in Rugby Europe, represent the badge, represent the country. And that's why most players come and gone. That's what we're all striving for, and to see the stadium full of packed fans, and for the kids that's massive, and for them to know that 10 years time, 15 years time they could be on that pitch playing for the national team is huge. There were parts of me hoping that we would get in and I'll be part of that in the playing capacity. But now, as part of the management team, you still feel part of it, and we're all trying to put our little grain of sand in there to try and make it happen. So when we do get there, we're really prepared, and would probably be one of the best prepared countries in Rugby Europe. Chris Lugnani, and I was captain of the first game for the national team in Belgium.
My name is Oscar Cruz. I captain Gibraltar Rugby and I play 7. So when scoring the first official try for Gibraltar, now being part of official members of Rugby Europe, I didn't actually know that was technically the first official try for Gibraltar. I found out later on. It was incredible, absolutely fantastic. I had my family all there in the crowds. When I scored into seeing all the supporters there, which made it even better. And it was also awesome to be, it was the first try after about, I think, half an hour of not really many points being scored, which I feel like kind of changed the game a little bit. So yeah, it was an incredible experience and one I'm definitely going to remember for the rest of my life. It's going to be an interesting one playing against Sweden. We played Sweden, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago now, and that was actually probably our biggest win as a nation. So it'd be great to have the opportunity to go out and play against them again. They're a fantastic side, but yeah, I'm not sure what they have brewing, but it'll be exciting nonetheless.
Chad had a dream, and the dream that Chad has was that Gibraltar could play international rugby. And this journey started 13 years ago. And that dream has carried on growing. We've been halfway across the world in both directions, but each match is a separate dream. Each match is a different challenge. Each match is an opportunity for you to go out on the field, express yourself with honor, humility, pride and passion, and to give it all for Gib Rugby.
I've been around the team since my debut against Israel. It's the best feeling, putting the shirt on when you're at home, especially in front of your fans. It's the best thing I've ever experienced in rugby, and pretty much top in life as well. It represents who I am. I'm from Gibraltar. I play rugby. Gibraltar Rugby is the perfect combination of both. It's just really exciting. We're in this situation. I've been here with the team since 2013, in and around the ups and downs of trying to get into Rugby Europe, and be able to get in, hopefully it's amazing. There's a burgeoning rugby community in Gibraltar, and I think just having that official recognition the same way we've had it for football, for basketball, for other sport, it'd be amazing. It'd be a game changer. It'd get that support and backing behind it that I think it deserves, and it could grow the sport immensely if we had that official recognition. So it's just so exciting to have it nearly there. Everyone we played, all the countries we played, they've been amazing people, amazing presidents, players. Everyone we spoke to sympathises, and we just want to be in the rugby community, the international rugby community. I'm Joe Galloway, and I play for Gibraltar.
It means everything. It's very special. I'm playing my friends, I'm playing for my family, everyone based in Gibraltar, and I love it. I think it's a great community, and to play international rugby is just very exciting. The first time was actually 4 years ago, playing against Jamaica under 23s. It was special. I was playing alongside my brother, and I had family in the crowd. From then on, I haven't looked back since, and I get excited about putting on the jersey every single time. I know that Gibraltar Rugby, everyone behind the scenes, the committee have been pushing for this for a long, long time, years, decades, to get into Rugby Europe, just to be noticed. Hopefully when that does happen, that will be something that we can all celebrate as a team, as a country. I'm Ben Morris, and I play for Gibraltar.
I started playing when I was about 15, and since then we've been trying to grow the game along with all the other guys. It's incredible to see these facilities that we've got available to us. Most Saturdays we've got over 100 kids down here playing. So to see 100 kids plus then another 150 players, sort of senior players, it's amazing to see. And to get into Rugby Europe, to give those kids that are playing rugby tots and all the year groups a chance to look at getting to play in Rugby Europe, represent the badge, represent the country. And that's why most players come and gone. That's what we're all.
Positions that we all know what we want.
Okay, welcome back to Europa Point Stadium. It's half time here between Gibraltar and Sweden. It's 22 points to 10 at the moment. Tom, what do you think the boys have been chatting about in the dugout, in the change rooms? What do you think they've been talking about, and what do you think they want to do to improve that second half?
I'm pretty sure they've spoken about possession. The other thing I'm sure they've spoken about is understanding how big these hits are and how big the Swedish team is, and the need to try and go into those defensive tackles in twos and sometimes even threes, really. That's going to leave spaces on the outside, but they're going to have to shuffle. But it's better to hit that collision, win that tackle up front and slow them down, and then try and drift across on the defence afterwards.
Yeah, the Swedes using their running lines really well. They're off their number 10 on the inside and the outside. No subs made by Gibraltar, a few by the Swedish team. And the second half is underway with Ben Morris. More of the same for Gibraltar. Oh, the Swedish a bit loose ball there, but picked up well by the number 8. Box kick by the Swedish 9. Ball left of bounds by Oscar Cruz, who dummies and goes, and he makes some good yards, taking 3 or 4 defenders to bring him down there. Brilliant running it out. Ewan Kent to Phil Nielsen, who will have a drive. Oh, he's lost the ball in contact, but no, it's been given offside.
I think he knew it. You could see what he's talking to the other players in his eyes. I think he knew they were offside and did that on purpose.
Yeah, that's a good start for Gibraltar. Morris with a lovely kick.
Nice.
I think it's gone inside the Swedish 22, but I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe if we had some lines there, we'd know. But there are certain sports that made sure that we didn't have any lines because they're more important than we are.
I'm sure all our listeners agree with us. It's all been a bit of a mockery by the GFA, but that's what we get. powers that be in the Gib Rugby have been fighting hard and will keep on fighting hard for what we believe is our right here at Europa Point Stadium, the home of Gib Rugby. A good line out by Gibraltar, well taken, and they'll have a go at that ball. Managed to wheel it a little bit. They need a bit of momentum now. Keep going. The ball's at the back with Luke Pias. Number 19, sorry, it needs to go. Penalty could be. It's more than just a pen. The ball is there. Ewan Kent gives it out to big runner Chris Timmins. Rugby want to keep possession. We've been talking about in that first half the need to keep possession. They're doing it well, but the Swedes meeting them well, meeting them with their physicality. It's a bit slow.
We should still have the advantage on this play, so it's a free play really. Banging it up the middle might not be always the best option. The Swedes are big. I think we need to try and use the width, which we're now doing. Excellent pass.
Forward pass, but it is a penalty for Gibraltar. I wonder if we'll want to go quickly or go for the line out. Let's see.
At 22-10, early part of the second half, if we go for the 3 points, we stay in contention here. It may be worth going for the 3. That's what I would be doing. I think Ben's looking maybe at the sideline for another rolling maul. But I think that's a risk with the height the Swedes can get on the line out, and they've chosen the scrum, which I think is a brilliant option. We've solidified our scrum from the beginning. Its last 3 or 4 have been solid. We don't lose the ball. Gives Ewan plenty of time to pick up that ball at the base of the scrum. And in open play, off a solid scrum, we've been dangerous. And this close to the try line, we've got to go for it. We've got to be brave.
Yeah, definitely. Gibraltar need to be brave at this stage. 22 points to 10 down in a scrum inside the Swedish 22, and Beasley will want to get a left shoulder up here, give Ewan space out that way, but Phil Nilsson picks up and he's looking to offload, but is held well by the Swedish number 9. Now Gib scrum slow to set up, but they do, and no arms in the tackle, referee not given, but it's still ball for Gibraltar. Oscar Cruz on the run. And this is good by Gibraltar. Sweden need to work hard to stay on side again. Phil Nilsson with the carry. Met hard again. Looks for an offload. But yeah, it was a good offload. The guys need to be ready. And Ben Morris manages to get the ball. Body positions low. Ewan Kent with the ball. Gives it to Phil. Great pass to Paral, who gets tackled well. And again, a penalty again. Offside Sweden. Same again.
Yeah, it just shows that when we get the ball out in some space, they come off the side because they're worried about our set of backs who can really actually run good passes in, and they step offside because they're worried, and that's how they're trying to get their defensive wins in.
Yeah, they called it.
We've taken the decision I thought we should have taken before. Take the 3 points, stay in contention. They kick back to us at half time. Sorry, after this goes over, we get the ball back and we go again.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision by Ben Morris and Oscar Cruz. They had a long conversation in the previous penalty to see what they wanted to do. Obviously they fancy themselves in the scrums, rightly so. They've been dominant in that area. They got themselves in a good position. Phil Nilsson couldn't quite offload to keep that move going, so the Swedes were able to maintain Gibraltar. But 3 points is a good decision. Gibraltar now up to 13, Sweden 22, so 9 points the difference. It's looking like Jim are going to make a couple of substitutions. Stefan, I can see Stefan Tilburg up down there, and also Max Wiseman. So substitution, Beasley's coming off. Oli Paral is coming off for Joey Galloway. Beasley's still on, sorry. Looks like Timmins. Charlie Hill's coming off. So, and also Chris Timmins, yeah. Charlie Hill, Luke Pias, and Chris Timmins coming off, and non comes Stefan Tilbury, Wiseman, and Joey Galloway. Phil Nilsson will probably go into the scrum, into the hooker position. Well taken by Galloway. That's the first take from the restart that we take, and that's so crucial after getting those 3 points. And we need more people in that ruck. No, we're in danger of losing the ball here, but Ewan Kent doing well to keep the ball, and out Kellen Falconer picks and goes, but loses the ball in possession now. The Swedish big number 3 on the run. Can't allow him to have a run as he's a powerful runner. think Savignon is on it as well. And now number 10 with a carry, but he offloads and it's a knock on. Tilbury will want to go but isn't able to collect, and it'll be another scrum for Gibraltar.
Yeah, some good work there by Stefan, grabbing hold of that back just as he was about to make the space. He hung onto his shirt, pulled him down with his strength, caused the knock on, and we've got the scrum. So good defensive work. We put ourselves a bit under pressure there for what I would consider not much reason. We need a solid scrum now with Beasley and Stefan in that front row. I think we should be strong and solid, and hopefully this give Ben a nice opportunity to clear the lines and play rugby where we want, which is closer to their half.
Yeah, another big scrum here for Gibraltar. Swedes are going to want to attack this, there's no doubt. Scrum slightly going backwards with Phil Nelson doing well to collect and go, and Simon Anderson is met well by the Swedish number 10, and Sweden doing well to drive Gibraltar backwards, but I think they've managed to get the ball. Let's see what the decision is. Maybe perhaps a box kick to get clear, get out of here, but they're going with a pass to Beasley with a bit of a gap and going through. Well done, good carry by Beasley.
I think he made the gain line there.
Now Jim in there 22. Let's see a couple of phases they want to take it now. They'll probably look to clear their lines now. Clearance by Morris. That bounce is not easy, and number 10 for Sweden, number 23 playing out fly half, lets it bounce and goes out for a Swedish line out.
We've got Max Wiseman on the pitch now. He's only 17, he may have just turned 18, but I think he's still 17. Great prospect coming forward in Gib Rugby.
Is he another player you coached? Like one of a million players that you've coached in your time?
I can't take credit for this one. He's a Gibraltarian mum, Gibraltarian grandmother, but lives in the UK.
Okay. Well, a great player nonetheless, and it's good to have him here. Oh, we've just been talking about him having a good run, but Beasley is down, and it seems like he's holding his ribs, or the rib area, but he's getting up, so hopefully he's all right. You can't see it on the screen, but yeah, he's managed to get up, and he's okay, I think. Now a couple of changes in the back line too. Number 9 has come off. Ewan Kent had a good game. It's come off for Harvey Leroy, and then straight into it, the young man. And Sweden having a go, and they're passing the ball around the bar, but not passing that gain line, and Jib defence doing really well. And again, Phil Nielsen trying to hit the number 3, but he makes a run. He's had a great game today, the Swedish number 3. Now Sweden will come again, and Galloway trying to make a tackle, and Stefan Tilbury doing well. Oh, Caleb unlucky with the intercept. The Gibraltar defence looking good. Leroy with Harvey with a run, but getting caught, and it's a scrum for Sweden. Again, nice play by Sweden, met by a ferocious Gibraltar defence.
Yeah, great defence. I think we should take a mention of all our subs that have come on. We've got Harvey Leroy has come on for Ewan Kent at number 9. Stefan Tilbury already said has come on in the front row, but we've got Julian Turnock has come on as well. Not too sure at the moment where he's playing, but Joe Galloway has come on as well. Took that kick off at half time really well. And the new boys are giving a bit of energy, and that's what you need at this point in time, that energy to keep going. The continuous tackles the whole time really does take it out of you in a game of rugby. So bring on those fresh legs. There's no such thing in my view as the 15 who are better than the subs. No, you need 23 players who all can come on, can all play the game just the same. There shouldn't be really a dip in your levels when you bring on your subs, and hopefully that's the kind of energy we'll see now. We'll see them keep going.
Yeah, most definitely. Couple of technical issues we're having here down at Europa. I hope you can hear us, but we've lost vision. We're stuck on a line out at the moment. We promise you it's a scrum in the middle of the pitch on the screen. We've got a bit of a freeze on the video, but we'll try and radio commentate as we go along. It's Gibraltar 13, Sweden 22, 51 minutes gone. Scrum on the centre circle for Sweden, and again it's a split 4-2 for Sweden in the back line. Gibraltar matching them, but they go right instead. Number 8 with a big carry, met by Ben Morris in midfield. What a great run that was, but it met well. And number 14 going again, met by Savignon. He'll tackle all day, and so Rugby managed to defend that, and the winger for Sweden knocking on, and it'll be a scrum for Gibraltar inside that half, and another good defensive set. Tom, what do you think Gib Rugby should do from this scrum here, about 10 metres inside their own half?
Yeah, 10 metres inside their own half. I know I said before that we should be playing rugby in their half, but once again, our backs, when they give it a go, they look dangerous. Our scrum's been reasonable. You've got Harvey on the pitch now, who's a really... Oh, sorry, it's my mistake. It's a Sweden put in. So we've got to step up and grab them, because this is 10 metres inside the Gibraltar half. Sweden put in. With about 15 metres off from the right-hand side touchline. I'm sorry, our pictures are back, so I don't need to describe absolutely everything that's going on. I didn't realise. So yeah, it's a really dangerous position, this, for Sweden. They've got a lot of space to run in. We'll see now how the new centre partnership of Adamson and Turnut can sprint up into their defensive line and see if they can stop this attack before it gets going. But it all starts from a nice strong scrum, and let's try and put them off a bit. But no, the Sweden scrum drives forward. It's good. They keep driving. They're looking for that penalty. We've got to stay structured, and they've won the penalty. So free ball to Sweden, but a good tackle in the middle of the park. And we're onto that ball. We've got to get the players around the corner, and they're going out. Kick from Sweden into the corner. We've got to turn. Pablo turning and running, and it's going to go out for a line out. Yeah.
It all happens from that scrum. You get a bit of a nudge on, and Sweden get a penalty. Yeah, it's unlucky that for Jib. So yeah, you can see there's a bit of a lull. Yeah, 53 minutes in, there's a bit of a lull. The players are getting tired. It's normal. Penalty for Sweden. Yeah, they've had a conversation to see what to do at this stage of the match. They've probably asked the referee how long they've got, what's the score, and all these things, and they've decided to go for a line-out that's been working really well for Sweden. And now Beasley is coming off, and Timmins is back on. Beasley putting a good shift on, playing really well. Timmins is back on. It's difficult for front row players to be on the pitch, be told to come off, and then you need to be back on. Surely, I think Beasley's probably carrying some form of injury now, and that's why he's come off.
You're the expert. You played there long enough, so you'll know how hard it is to play in that front row and take those hits. And you can't be in that scrum unless you're 100%, because it becomes a safety issue.
Exactly, and Sweden with the line out, just managing to get the ball at the back. Not as crisp as they've been having this line out during the course of the game, but still managing to keep possession and keeping the ball, but well met by Phil Nilsson in defence, and Sweden in a great position. Pick and go. They're only 2 yards out now. Jib will work hard to keep them out. Again, good defence by Gibraltar, but Sweden on the move now. They've got a chance, and a few runners. It should be a score. It is.
Crossing, surely.
No, he's having a look. The referee is wondering whether it was crossing or not. There is a possibility. Now, Lion touchdown says it's a try. The crowd are not happy. Yeah, it looked like crossing, but referee and the touchdowns are in a better position, and they've given it. So Sweden extend their lead. 27 to 13. It's been a good half for Gibraltar so far. Sort of 15 minutes. They've been putting pressure on the Swedish line. They've had to work hard to keep them off and not letting them make their runs like they were in the first half, but just too much there at the end.
Would you say that was against the run of play?
A little bit, yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I think the problem is once you start struggling in the scrums, once you start struggling in the contact, in that sort of physicality, in that physical area, like we did a little bit there in the last 5 minutes, it's only a matter of time when when they're going to make the yards, they're going to get points on the ball. I think we've seen the substitutions that may given Gibraltar a bit of energy, a bit of go forward, and now we need a little bit more of energy, a little bit of help from the crowd as well. Let's see if we can get a few points on the board now and really put pressure on these Swedes. It's a good run by the winger number 6, who's had a good game. Great hit by Harvey. Scrum half from number 6, and the winger just kicks it out, and it'll be a ball for Gibraltar. And the call from the dugout from Lee 40 is a bit of energy, a bit of pride, and the score: Gibraltar 13, Sweden 27. There's still 23 minutes to go. Let's see what we can do.
Harvey's still only 20 years old. Massive hit there on one of their biggest ball carriers, who's been driving all day long, and Harvey just smashes straight into the ground there. Incredible. Now he's got the ball. Now we run.
Yeah, proud father. Definitely not Todd. Udo. Definitely a proud father in the crowd. Surely a couple of tears running down his face for that hit. We'll be giving a big pound on his back later on. Now Gibraltar with the ball. It's not the position they want to be in. They want to play inside the Swedish half, but let's see if we can get a bit of possession. Exactly, as long as we keep the ball, have a few runs. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it might work out. Samuel. Wow, lucky with a pass. Winrow making a good run, and he's an elusive running. Unlucky with a pass. And Sweden go early, but the referee doesn't like it. Somebody else touched the ball, and it'll be a line out for Sweden. And the shout again from Foro, the head coach for Gibraltar, is just reset. Forget what's happened. Let's just get that defensive set going. And it's good energy for Gibraltar. It's good. It's good play.
It's definitely good play, great energy, but it just once again shows that when the game breaks up, Gibraltar have talent. But we've got to be more accurate on those passes. It was a great opportunity. We don't get too many of them. We've got to make the most of every time they turn up.
Sweden with the ball. Caleb with the hit over here, but ball goes out wide, and their Swedish number 10's played very well today too. Slightly slow ball for Sweden. Defence able to set up. They go again. Nice hands, and there's numbers out there. They want it, but they kick through for the grubber, and the ball is still in play. The Swedish get the ball. Harvey with the trying to turn the ball over, but not quite. The Swedes getting there before us, and they have a run, and they're only about 5-10 yards away. Difficult position here for Gibraltar's defence. They're going to need something special to keep the Swedes out. They managed to slow it down though. Set up, you can see they go down the short side, making too much. The defensive line needs to push up a bit harder. They managed to stop them a couple of yards short off that try line. Sweden to big number 6. Great tackle by Joey Galloway. Great hit. It looks like it was a high tackle, so it's advantage to Sweden here. I'm not sure that Sweden know they've got an advantage. If not, they would fling it out wide, but they do now. Number 13 under pressure, and it'll be a penalty for the Swedes. Very close to that Gibraltar try line, but Gibraltar holding out so far. And Sweden, I don't think they'll go for the 3 points, but they from here, I think they'll have a go, won't they? Do you think a scrum perhaps?
They'll definitely have a go now. Yeah, they've called the scrum. It's an obvious option. You'd think that they're going to pick up and go from the back row. The number 8 was doing that in the first half. I think the flanker number 6 is going to probably put himself at that number 8 position. He's a ball carrier. He's been doing that the whole game, and this far out from the line, you can't really see much of another option.
Yeah, I think the Swedish pack will want to right shoulder. Their tight head to put a bit of pressure on Timmins, but Timmins is a great scrummager, so he'll do his hardest to keep them out, but and that engager goes down there. Yeah, we need to put pressure. Early pressure is what we need, and it'll be interesting to see if we do put that pressure in that scrum. 8-man shove, perhaps we'll get the ball back.
It's all about trying to play with that on the fringe of those laws, where you're going to put that shove on just that moment before you should. Maybe try and get away with a little bit of extra effort to try and put them off their game, and not let that number 8 position pick up and go just so easily, just to make that ball bobble around a bit.
Good solid scrum. The Gib Rugby. Let's hope they can hold their number 6 goals, but I think he knocked on. And it's enough pressure. Gib can go from here if they want to. Good stuff by Harvey to Ben Morris with the kick down. Wing holding it up a little bit and they've let it bounce. Harvey's on the go. And now Ben. Let's go. Let's go side. Ben Morris, the bowler bounce. Oh, he's 10 yards out. Good stuff. Let's go. Hands. Hands. Oh, unlucky. He looks, could be a forward pass. Forward pass, unlucky by Gibraltar. They were there in position. That ball should have gone. Unlucky.
Apologies for any words that were heard over the microphone there that shouldn't have been said. Just got a little carried away. But yeah, great play. It just goes to show what we've been saying the whole game, that when we get that ball into open play and when we have some broken play, that we're dangerous. Remember, this team is 33 in the world. We're just newly into Rugby Europe. There are teams around us that are going to be at our level in Rugby Europe thinking, my God, Gibraltar's just taken on Sweden. We're placed like in our 60th or 70th or even 80th in the world. And Jib's going to come along, this town of 30,000 people. We've only got about 40, 50, maybe 60 maximum rugby players. And we're taking on Sweden, a country of a few million. And we're taking them on. Okay, I know the score's 27-13, but we're giving them a run for their money. And that play there just showed what we can achieve.
Absolutely right, Tom. Big scrum now for Gibraltar. The crowd are shouting for them to do it. Big shove here. That front row and the second row need to work really, really hard. And this is the kind of position where our back row can stay stuck on that scrum and give everything they want, or they can, to push that Swedish team back. Before over there it was harder because we didn't know they were going to pick and go, but we put good pressure. So again, let's see if Timmins can do a number on their tight head here and get a bit of a shove and potentially give a penalty. Let's see if the ref will give it. Interesting. So we've had a change in the backs. Burrell has come off and White has come on. Great little runner. And at fullback now is Pablo Kuzna, and we've got Winrow on the left.
Pablo's already played there a few times for Gibraltar. He's got a few caps. He's only 20 as well. Has come through the ranks. Played against Sweden in that under-18s game a few years ago. But he's played fullback enough time, so we're safe hands there with him back.
Yeah, definitely a big scrum now. And Sweden, we need a bit of it. Yeah, make it difficult for them. That's what we did. Good tackle. And now a bit of pressure on the kicker when they go for it. Good tackle by Oscar, bringing him down. Holding up maybe. Oh, ref was looking at that ruck with intent, but Sweden just doing enough and now looking for a box. We need to get ready down here. Yes, well done. Now Winrow. No! And the touch judge has said the winger, Chris Winrow, caught it and he stepped out. Oh, it's a good thing I turned the mic off for that second.
Nothing like an unbiased local commentator who gets a little bit carried away when the referee's calls don't go their way. But no, we can say on point, and a great win there by Gibraltar on Sweden's line out. And Nielsen going through the middle. He's got to work hard on the floor, which he does. We get the ball back, and now's the time to run.
Yeah, Simon Adamson will want to get his hands on the ball. He's a good runner, difficult to bring down. Now in the middle, Timmins gives it to Falconer, but he's under pressure and he's lost it. And Sweden will go. And Harvey, knowing that they've got the knock on, gives it away. That's fine. Perfectly good. Stop that attack. So we're 65 minutes gone, and Gibraltar 13, Sweden 27. It's still all to play for. We've got 15 minutes to go. We just need Gibraltar to get a score, and then we're back in the fight, and then the crowd will pick up, and we'll see that Gibraltar pride come. Just unlucky there in midfield. Timmins tipping the ball on to Kelle Falconer, but the pressure of that Swedish defence was too much, and he just knocked on. And again, big scrum. Gibraltar will want to attack the Swedish scrum.
Agree with you there, we want to attack the scrum, but this is a scrum dead centre of the pitch. They've split the backs 4-2 again. This is a really dangerous position, a great attacking spot for Sweden. Defence is going to have to be really strong now. Good there by Julian Turnock, getting up there, but the rest of the team has to react to that and really think, well, we've got a little something for us for a good strong defence. We've got to pounce on those things.
Ball out wide to the Swedish backs, and they've played well all day. Looked like a forward pass. The referee says back. Crowd is not happy. A look forward from here, but play on Sweden. The big second row running up the middle, and again Sweden have got loads of numbers out wide, not choosing the right play, but it does fall for them, and a penalty for Sweden. Penalty for Sweden, and most definitely they're going quick. So Rugby need to wake up here. Now number 16 with the run, falling off tackles. Sweden got a large amount of numbers again on the wide, and the big prop with the run hit well by Salve, and Timmins trying to get his hands on the ball in that ruck, trying to create a turnover. 10 for Sweden with the ball, not really going anywhere, but not being pulled down either, managing to wiggle his way around the defence, and now it looks like they're playing sevens at the moment. The ball comes loose, and the scrum half for Sweden manages to get the ball. 2 players down for Gibraltar, and the referee has blown. Yeah, it looks like Phil Nielsen and Sav had a bit of a collision, and there'll be a bit of a break.
Phil Nielsen injured, getting some treatment there on the pitch. Both teams regrouping in this little bit of time for them to have a bit of a chat about what's going on. Pressure back on again now by Sweden. Jib's really got to dig in deep in these last 12 minutes of the game. Tired bodies out there, they put the bodies on the line. Yet we've emptied the bench, and that gives us that little bit more energy. But watching Mr. Nielsen there limp back to his team, got to dig in deep here. It's a respectable score at the moment coming into this game. 33 in the world, Sweden. Gibraltar just entering Rugby Europe with big time the underdogs in this game. So if we can carry on like this, the development of Gib Rugby is right up there, and we're ready to take on all those countries at our level in Rugby Europe and prove that we deserve to be here, and we've deserved to be here for a long time, no matter what other countries thought we should or shouldn't do in the world stage, irrespective of politics. It's a great attacking scrum position now for Sweden. Whether they put the drive on or not, which they do put the drive on, but Jib holds it well, not giving up the penalty at this stage. Sweden are trying, they're looking for the penalty, they don't get it, ball goes out wide. Number 10 goes to a run by himself, he's elusive, but he's tackled by 3 Gib players. He's put the ball down on the floor, ball goes out wide, they've got the overlap, they've got the extra player, and they're through to the middle. Hard to stop that in such a great position there with the scrum in the middle of the park. Really hard to get that stopping. Gibraltar look like they've got another injured player. Not sure if it's Pablo Kuzna. If it is, we're going to have to bring another back in and get somebody into fullback.
So 70 minutes gone, Sweden 32, Gibraltar 13.
Another try, Sweden taking the score out to 32-13 to Sweden. Not too much left in this game. Let's take the one that was all the way to the end. The score is irrelevant. Let's make sure that the performance is there, and remember that the crowd loves its rugby.
So just under 9 minutes to go. Sweden 32, Jib 13. Sweden with the ball deep in the half now, looking to use their hands and playing well. But it's a bit of a loose pass, and now if they can put a bit of pressure on that winger, get yourselves in a good position to try and strike. But Sweden keep the ball well just inside their 22, and they look for the inside pass that they've been doing every single time, and they're doing well. Great run up the middle, well defended though, and the pick and go, and gaps are appearing, and a great pass again at number 22. Unlucky knock on, but Kale and Falconer doing so well to get back. And what a play that was by Sweden. Wonderful offloading, yeah, it's tremendous. It's good, there's gaps around and they're going. It's hard on the boys out there, but good clear out now, and Jib will want to go. Jib will want to be the last to score in this match, but we need to keep working. We need the energy to pick up that little bit. It's difficult out there. Ball for Harvey, and he looks to kick across, but that goes straight, bounces straight out. That's the pressure from the defence. Sweden have been good all day on that defence.
Agreed. That was a great play there by Sweden, even though we may be a little bit biased up in the commentary box. That was a great play. Almost, I guess, deserved a try end of it. Glad it didn't. But yeah, that pressure on Harvey there. Got to be thinking more. We've got to be thinking of those box kicks. We've got to be thinking of getting it back to the fly half and just getting a clearing kick out and just get away from these areas. Make them beat us from 50, 60 metres out. Giving them a line out this close to our try line when they're that much bigger than us is tough. But no, what a take by Caleb. Awesome, getting the ball out.
Yeah, good line out by Jib and Phil Nielsen taking it up. Gibraltar in a position to clear, but we are behind in the scoreboard and we want to play, I suppose, but we just lost it there in contact. I thought Ben was on the floor, but
I agree, it's brave rugby by Gibraltar, really going for it, but is brave rugby really what we want? What a tackle there at the end there, stop that try right on the line. It is brave rugby, it's great to see them giving it a go. I know it's only a few minutes left, but we still got to be thinking about clearing our lines. Held up, brilliant defence by Jib there, absolutely superb, never giving up. About 6 minutes to go in the game, and that's the effort we want to see the boys all the way to the end.
Yeah, we can see the step up from the last match against Finland. No disrespect to Finland, of course, a tremendous rugby team too. And the same when we played just before Christmas against Jamaica. That level of team is where we're going to be when we start this journey, this Rugby Europe journey. Sweden is a couple of steps up, but we've seen in parts of this match that we can live with them. But we can also see at this part of the match where they're well ahead and they keep on going. They're relentless, their fitness, their level, and he's dropped it. Unlucky the winger, he's been unlucky. He's dropped it in the corner, and it'll be a goal line dropout for Gibraltar. But yeah, we were saying it's one of those things. We want to compete against these guys, and I'm sure in 4 or 5 years' time we will compete for sure. And it's not. I mean, this is not a bad score. 32-13 at the moment is not bad, but we can see the step up from what we've been used to.
For sure, this is a step up. We can't deny that. But I honestly think, having watched the last couple of games, the Jamaica game and the Finland game, and now today, I'd say this is one of our better performances. Even though we beat Finland, but this is a better performance, I think. We haven't had much possession. When we have it, we look dangerous. It's nearly the end of the game. We've still got some energy left. Yes, we're having to defend a lot here, but the boys have put a good game in. This to me bodes well for the future. And the fact that we've got so many youngsters out there. We've got out there today in the 23-man team sheet, we've had about 7 under 20s.
And great defence, great work in that ruck. I'm not sure who it was. Could be Charlie Hill with the penalty for Gibraltar, and Gibraltar will be able now to clear the lines. And I mean, We've been fortunate enough to play for Jib, being and playing in these big occasions and seeing the big crowds and what that means. But just a big shout out to everybody who puts their heart and soul to making this happen behind the scenes. It's an unbelievable. Every time we have an event in Jib, every time we have one of these matches, so much work goes behind behind what you see on the pitch, and from the camera, from the media team, from the guys in the bar, from the young mascots. And every time that Gib Rugby team gets onto the field, it's a special moment. And regardless of the score, they give their heart and soul to everything. And the players had a great tackle there in the middle by May Morris. Let's go back to the match, eh? A penalty again. Here goes Luke Bias with the pick and go. Bit of a dummy goose step as well. Brilliant highlight of the match. Loving it, Lukey, loving it. Now Nilsson with the ball out wide and a bit of space. Let's see if we can have a go. Whites with the pass, go just past halfway line. Let's see if we can finish the match on a high. It was still a penalty again. 3 penalties on the trot. Let's see referee. Harvey with the run. He's a great runner. He's going. Oh. Good lad. We need to be with him. No scrum off now. Let's go. Number 21. Good defence. Good defence by Sweden though. And they've set up well, but so have Jib in attack to be fair. It's long in the match, but they're going. Tilbury on the rampage. He needs support. We need someone with him. Just about got there. A penalty. Offside Sweden. And how many is the ref going to let them have? Going quick. Grimes with the bad leg is on. He's swatting people off. Good whack. He gets driven back. It's okay. Ball still for Jib. We'd like it a bit quicker, but it's good. No problem. Let's go. There's no one there. Luke Bias, pop. A bit isolated again, but he does well to keep himself on his feet and going. Number 1 needs to roll away. A bit of a fight here with Nilsson. No one you want to mess with, to be honest. And now they're hugging and kissing on their right, but he's still not. A bit of a slap it goes. Jib will want Phil Nilsson back involved in this attack. Harvey picking and going, getting soloed up by that Swedish defence, and now Morris pops it out wide to Simonson. Give the ball to him. Oh, unlucky. He'll always make a break, and we need that ball to go. Offside ref. Has to be a yellow. How many penalties are Sweden going to give away? And now the referee will have the warning. Let's see if Jib can finish on a high here. That's the pride we've been talking about. This is what it means to these guys. It means to the guys in the crowd. We need a try. We need a score.
What I'm saying is that, look, a couple of minutes left in the game. Yeah, the game's gone in terms of score, but the boys are running. This is the players who are coming on from the bench, showing energy.
Tilbury with the carry, straight into the heart of the Swedish defence. Good run, young man, and out. Falcon again takes it in, hit hard and driven back, but Gibraltar keep the ball. Sweden need to work hard to stay onside. Tommy Grimes running on one leg now, straight into that defence, and now Falconer, brave boy, brave run, but he loses it in contact, but the ball goes back, says the referee. I think Jib will want to come left, yeah. A bit of a chance, a bit of a pop pass. Let's see. Oh, yeah, knock on by the Swedish winger now. A scrum for Gibraltar. 5 metres out. Yeah.
Harvey's got to get this ball and go. He's an elusive runner. He's quick. He's fast. He sees space. This is what he lives for. This is where he's got to just see that little gap. And I bet you there'll be a little gap down the blind side that he could take advantage of. A little dummy straight down the blind side. He'll score.
And it all starts from the front row. And I think we haven't got much left. A couple of minutes left in this match. Sweden 32, Gibraltar 13. It's probably the last play of the game too. Now, scrum deep in the Swedish half, 5 metres out. Gibraltar would love to finish with a try. They deserve a try. There's no question about it. Taking their time to set it up. Tilbury and Grimes will want to keep the positions, body positions low, to get a good drive on that scrum. But it's a good scrum by Sweden though. And as penalty's been given, and Harvey will. Oh, now he was going to get the yellow card. Yeah, I think. What do you think? They would have preferred if they'd gone here for sure. But let's see what Gib Rugby decide to do here. Do we go for a scrum? Do we go for a tap? I think they're going for a tap. Yeah. No, they're going for a tap. Winrow is going to have a run. He's a powerful runner if he can get some space. But the Swedish defence doing well to Stop that. And now ball goes out. Referee, come on, he's offside, right? Referee. Oh, knock on, he says. Oh, knock on, given. And that could be the end of the match. Scrum to Sweden. Gibraltar not happy with that.
Scrum.
And now the referee is going to have a chat with the captains. There is a lot of back chat on the referee. There is. He's probably told them, guys, just chill out a bit. But of course, we're sort of the end of the match, and Jim really want to get something on that scoreboard at the end.
This will probably be the last play of the game. Sweden will win the scrum, kick it out. Game's going to end up 32-13. I think the boys have played brilliant. The fact that we've been pressing them right on their line at the end of the game just shows the determination and the fitness that, to tell you the truth, I didn't think we had. Right to the end of the game. I think this bodes so well for the future. Next season, Rugby Europe, watch out, because Jib's coming.
Good words, Tom. Good words. And Tommy Grimes not happy with something with what the Swedish tight end must have said or done. And the referee says timeout. Tilbury seems to have hurt his shoulder, but he's okay. He's up and will reset the scrum. And Jib are going to want to attack this hard. They're going to want Stefan to really push hard on that right shoulder to put pressure on their number 8, on their 9, not make it easy for them to clear out, and potentially we have to get this ball from the scrum or a penalty if we want to keep this game alive. Big scrum by Grimes. It's gone up a bit, but they're just the second row full over, and I think Sweden have kicked it out. A good kick out. We're all looking at the referee whether that's time or not. Nope, not yet. We keep going. Chip ball. Another chance to go, perhaps.
Clock on our feet isn't quite the clock that the referee has, so we go one more time. If we can keep the pressure up, this is what it's about. Keeping that pressure up, showing that we can play rugby, showing what the future holds, and showing that we can take a game to the full 80 minutes. Good decisions, good play, get it out to the backs, and we run this ball. That's what Gib Rugby is all about. That's the Gibraltar way. Harvey's great offload there by Harvey.
Little pass with the ball met well by that Swedish defence again, and we need to get in there, but we've just been second best in that area, and that's where Sweden's been hurting us. Another man's played well is that Swedish number 3. Prop's been really good. Now Sweden using their hands. And now the winger having a run and finding space, hit hard on the man, but managing to get a score. And Sweden finished the try. Brilliant work by the players, and now there's a bit of a scuffle at the end. Look, yeah, Jim guys are not happy. They're not happy with that. Something's happening down at that end. It's not good. But Sweden extending their lead to 37. So Sweden 37, Gibraltar 13. And now a conversion attempt, and it's probably will be the final play of the match. So a bit of argy-bargy there in the corner. It's the pride. It's the pride of wearing that shirt. You don't let the easy things happen for the opposition, and that wasn't for Sweden. They had to really play to get that score, and fair play to Sweden. They've been really, really good today. The handling has been tremendous. The physicality has been great. Like we said before, we've slightly been second best in that Iraq area, ever so slightly. But we should be really, really proud of this team. Really proud of the Gibraltar boys.
Definitely. Okay, look, we've got another injury. You see a try like that, and you see one of our players pretty much get rolled over. But they're putting their bodies on the line. We've got to remember, we're amateur. We're not getting paid to do this. They're out there doing the best they can. It looks like we've got a busted shoulder out there. I think that's Pablo Kuzna, who was playing the 15 at the time. But the fact that our guys, amateurs, putting their bodies on the line, not saying that Sweden aren't amateurs, but look, we're 30,000 people. We've got about 60 people playing rugby, and that's the end of the game. I think it's a great result at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think the winner is rugby, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see rugby in Gibraltar. We want to see the boys wearing their shirt with pride, and that's what they've done today. Sweden 37, Gib 13. They need to be proud. They need to be proud of what they've done. They'll go back to the drawing board. They'll look and see where they can improve. Let's look and see where some parts of the play, in the finer detail, that we could have been a little bit better, but that's understandable. But at the end of the day, all we want is effort. All we want is that pride being shown, and they've shown it in spades today.
And let's remember, we've got 6 boys out there who play under 20s. We've got a 17-year-old out there. We've got a couple of 20-year-olds out there. We've got a 19-year-old out there. We've got a future. This isn't a team that's getting old. Lucky we got into Rugby Europe, and now they're all going to get old and leave rugby. That's not the situation. This is a growing team, not a team at the end of their careers. This is a team at the beginning of their careers. And look, if you come part of Gib Rugby, and you'll see under 16s coming through, we've got a great future.
Alright guys, from the Europa Point Stadium, Sweden 37, Gib 13, another great day of rugby from Tom and I. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
37-13.